Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to CJ Inspires the World. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. So I went to the barbershop yesterday. As you can see, I finally got a haircut. I've been waiting because this was a new barber. And when I originally first started going, he was cutting my beard real skinny, which I don't like my beard being skinny. So, previously before I went, I had a full beard. So, I've been holding out. So if I've been looking a little rough on these videos, that's why I was holding out until it started growing back in fully. But anywho, so I was at the barbershop and me and him was having a conversation because before my last cut, he was going out of town. And I think he went on a trip to Jamaica. And while he was in Jamaica, he met this young lady. And, they exchanged numbers. And, the trip was over and it was time for him to come back home. So after he got back here, they continued to talk, FaceTime, text, whatever the case might be. And, it got to the point of where, she wanted him to make a trip to Cali to come see her, or whatever the case might be. And so he went, and once he got there, the energy was different. She was saying that she pretty much didn't know if she wanted to be in a relationship, and that maybe they should just be friends. Like, she was just completely unsure of the situation as a whole. And that really struck a chord or inspired me to make this video because, I had been dealing with a similar situation, but it was a little different. You know what I mean? Because, I have known this person, for a long time. You just met this girl. But I figured that it would be good to make this video because I know that we're not the only ones that are experiencing this. And this isn't a male video or a female video because, as we know, men and women play games. They play mind games, they play emotional games, they play all type of games. Like, everybody's playing games. So it isn't, bashing men or bashing women. Everybody getting bashed today. This is a bash everybody video, if you want to call it that. But we got to stop playing games with people. Dragging people along, stringing them along. Like, we have to stop doing that because people have feelings. And anytime somebody's dealing with you in any type of relationship, that's an investment. That's an investment of their time. That's an investment of their emotional energy. That's an investment of their spiritual assets. It's an investment of every part of you. So you should never connect with anyone when your motives and intentions aren't right. Like, you shouldn't connect with people if you're not feeling them. You shouldn't hold on to people if that you're not really interested in them because you're holding them up. I mean, they're allowing you to hold them up, but they're allowing you to hold them up based on the energy that you're giving off. And a lot of us are giving off mixed signals. In your heart that you want to get out here and date and explore and, exercise or flex all your options. Then why are you holding on to this person and keeping them at bay and stringing them along when deep down in your heart that you're not fully ready to commit to them? That's not right. And that's man or woman. This isn't just one gender. This is everybody because everybody's doing it. If you're not interested in that woman and you talking to 2 or 3 other people, or right now you're in dating mode and you just want to find out, what's going on out here and flex your options or whatever the case might be, then you need to be upfront with that person. You need to tell that person that and not just be stringing them along and sending off mixed signals. You're calling them every day. You're FaceTiming. You're texting. You're asking them how their day is going. You're saying good morning. You're saying good night. You're going on dates. I mean, some of you guys are helping people pay their bills. And these people know that they really don't want to be bothered with you like that. or they're not taking the relationship seriously. And the person that's doing that is wrong. Because now you have somebody sucked in and you're sending off mixed signals, making this person think that it's something that is not. And that's not right. Because your motives and your intentions are not pure. If you know. Now, some people are confused. Some people do have cold feet. Some people do battle with indecisiveness. You know, some people are all over the place. But that's not the case with everybody. You know, if you're talking to 3 other people, you know if you're talking to somebody else. You might say, well, 2 or 3 people is way too much. But some of us are talking to other people. But the person that really likes us, the person that we spend the most time with, has no idea that there's even anybody else is in the picture. Like they don't have a clue that someone else is in the picture. Like they don't know. But you know. You know that you're getting texts at work from somebody else. You know throughout the course of the day, somebody else is messaging and calling and FaceTiming. You know that, you're telling this person one thing, but you're out on a date with somebody else. You know that you're sleeping with this person, but behind the scenes, you're also sleeping with this person. Like, some of us is out here, like, really moving like that. And that's not right. Because you're selling the other person false hope. And that's not cool. Like, you should be completely honest with that person and let them know what is going down and what the real is. And keeping it 100 with them and letting them know how you really feel about the relationship that you currently have with them. You shouldn't be stringing anybody along. Because people have feelings and they don't deserve that, especially if you're messing with somebody of value. You know she's a good girl. You know he's a good guy. He done been there for you through thick and thin. You know, all type of stuff that done happen in your life. You can always call this person or call her. But these are the people you want to play games with. And then you're playing games with them with someone that it really ain't talking about nothing. You know the other person that you talking to is no good. You know they're a cheater. You know they can't hold down a job. You know they credit messed up. You know all types of stuff about this person. But you continue to deal with these people and hurting the person that really cares about you. Hurting the person that's really there for you all the time. Like, why would you do a person like that and you know that they're always there? That they always have your back. That you can call them about anything in the wee hours of the night and you know that they're going to pick up the phone. But these are the people you want to do dirty. With somebody that's not even worth it. With somebody that's not even in comparison. You know, I have dealt with people like that. You know, where you're in a situationship and you really can't put a label on it. But you function and operate on a day-to-day basis like y'all are in a relationship. I mean, y'all on the phone all day long. Y'all going on dates. I mean, y'all doing everything that everybody do in a relationship. But you don't want to place that title on it. You don't want to call it that. Or one person that's involved don't want to call it that because they still want to be free to do what they want to do. And that's perfectly fine when you have laid all that out on the table for the other person to know what's going on. So they can do what they want to do. But oftentimes we don't do that. You know, we move secretly and dirty, and we want to do what we want to do, but we don't want the other person doing it because we're trying to hold on to them and eat our cake and ice cream too. And that's not cool. That's not how you do people. It's very deceptive and it's very manipulating to treat someone that way. So you have to make up in your mind whether or not you want to be bothered with this person for real. You have to make up in your mind if this person is really your person. And if they're not your person, then you need to let them go. And it goes even deeper than that. Because I see people, and I have experienced this too. Because I got a lot of relationship stories. You know, I done been through a lot of stuff. And you have kids with this person. And you want to be with this person. And y'all love each other. And y'all do stuff together as a family. And y'all still go on dates and do all this stuff together. but the other person just don't want to commit to the relationship. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. They don't want to claim you. But you're around for convenience. You're paying bills. You're giving rides to work. You're giving of yourself emotionally, and you're always talking to this person and walking them off the ledge. But they don't want to commit to you because they still want to have their cake and ice cream too. Sir, ma'am, that's not co-parenting. If you're still sleeping with that person, that is not co-parenting. That is a whole relationship, whether you want to place a title on it or not. If y'all are going on dates and spending the night at each other's house and going on trips and going on outings, that is not co-parenting. Co-parenting is when the sole focus is focused on that kid and you guys are not doing anything else outside of that kid in regards to that kid. That's what co-parenting is. Co-parenting is not being booed up on the couch. Co-parenting is not going on dates. Co-parenting is not sleeping together. Co-parenting is not going on trips because you're engaging in a whole relationship. And a lot of you guys, that's what y'all on. But you don't want to commit to that woman. You don't want to commit to that man. And then we'll take it a step further. Some of the relationships are way beyond the way that you're handling them. And you're like, what do you mean? Some of you guys don't have one kid by this person. Some of you guys have multiple kids by this person and they don't want to commit. Some of you guys live together and they don't want to commit. They don't want to claim even you being their girlfriend or their boyfriend and y'all live in the same household. That is crazy. So at this point, somebody needs to give somebody an ultimatum on what it is that they want in the direction that they're going in. But you shouldn't string people along and have them on lockdown when you know that you're not interested in them. You know that in your heart that really you're unsure if you really want to be with this person or not. It's not fair to them to play them type of emotional mind games with them. This is how people get hurt. Because you sitting here playing games with somebody when you don't have to, when you can alleviate all that by just being honest and telling the person the truth. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them. You can be madly in love with them. But right now, you're just unsure. Right now, you want to do you. Right now, you want to have a hot girl summer, a hot boy summer, or whatever the case might be. But you need to let the other person know that. Especially if you didn't invest the time in this person. Especially if you know that this person is your ride or die. Especially if you know that you can call this person anytime and they pulling up. They showing up for you. But you giving all your time and investment in somebody you have known a short period of time that you have no history with, you give them all your time. And you totally push the person to the side that's always been there for you. Now, it's different, you talking to somebody or you've been in a relationship with someone and they grimy, they dirty, they're cheaters, they're disrespectful, they're emotionally unavailable. I'm not saying it's right to go talk to other people in those situations and circumstances. I'm not saying that at all, but it's definitely understandable at that point because we have all been in those situations where we feel unappreciated, ignored, that the other person is emotionally unavailable. We have all been there. So it's still not right in them situations, but it's definitely understandable. I mean, you should be honest in any situation with a person. If it's not working or it's not for you, then you definitely should let them know. But I'm saying that it's definitely understandable. What's not understandable is some of you guys have good people in your life and you're screwing them over for no reason. You're about to miss out on the best thing that has ever happened to you relationally because you want to play games. You don't want to be faithful. You don't want to be committed. You don't know what you want. You're all over the place. You can't make up your mind. What is it for you to make up your mind on? Because the person that you're trying to find or the person that you're actually talking to in the moment ain't even in comparison to this person you already have. They don't even compare. Like, you have history with this person. And I'm talking about people that are good to you. I'm not talking about anybody that then played you, screwed you over. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some of you guys have really good people in your life, and you put them on the back burner. You give them the crumbs. They're the last to know anything that's going on in your life. You're secretive. You know, it's not right. But then you'll get on the phone with somebody you just met and tell them all your business. You'll take them to the innermost parts of you. They know your thoughts. They know everything. And then you done been in a whole relationship with somebody else for years. And it's like you have a wall up. They can't crack the code. They're begging you for a conversation. They're begging you for communication. They're begging you to let them in, and you won't. But then you'll go meet somebody new that you knew 2 weeks, and you'll tell them everything about you from when you were a child. That's not cool. That's not right. Like, we shouldn't do people like that. And if you're one of the people that's doing people like that, you need to stop. You need to sit that person down and tell them the truth. Both of them. You know, the other person might not care that much because you just met them. You know, you don't have any history with them like that. So it might not affect them the same way, but the person that you have history with, the person that you done grinded out with, the person that y'all done went through all type of situations with, that done been there for you through thick and thin, you owe them that conversation. Nobody deserves to be played with emotionally or mentally. Nobody deserves that. So I'm saying, don't jack up a good situation because you're out here trying to figure life out and you're unsure of yourself, so you're gonna play games with everybody else. At no point should you be moving that way. And if that's the way you feel truly on the inside, and you like, CJ, you know, really from day to day, I don't even know who I am, then you still need to let that person go, or you need to communicate that with them. Because to have somebody in a situation and they don't know if y'all together, if y'all getting married, whatever the case might be, that's not right, because you're holding them up. You're holding a good woman, a good man up from being with somebody else that will truly appreciate them and show gratitude towards them, because you want to be selfish and hold on to them, knowing that your heart isn't right, knowing that your intentions aren't right. Because you know how you moving, you know you being slick, you know you being grimy, you know you being dirty. You already know this. You know the way that you're moving. You know, you sitting up here accepting and taking gifts from other people, and you in a whole situation. That's selfish. That's being self-centered. That's not thinking about the other person. And why sneak and do it when you can just be honest and tell the person, you know, right now I'm not interested like that. Right now I'm unsure. I don't even know who I am. You know, like, give me a minute. I'm still trying to figure stuff out. You can just be honest. But a lot of us are not being honest. We're out here literally playing games with people, causing trauma to people that don't deserve it, that has been good to us. You know, no relationship is perfect. Nobody's relationship is perfect. Nobody that we talk to is perfect. Nobody that we interact with is perfect. But some of y'all are screwing over some really good people for no reason. And then you're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize that you lost the best person that you could have ever had in your life. And then when they move on, they get a new girlfriend, they get married, they move out of state, or whatever the case might be, now you want to feel bad. Now you want to text and write and email and go through all these emotions concerning this person. Now you want to apologize. Now you want to say you're sorry. But look how you were treating them the whole time when they were being good to you, when they were giving you rides to work and giving you money to help out with different situations that was going on in your life. When they were being completely good to you, you screwed them over for no reason. Perfectly good people for no reason. You done left somebody that's a great person for somebody that ain't even worth 2 cents. Now, come on, guys. Let's make this make sense. Like, let's really make it make sense. So that's my message to you guys today. Be honest and get real with the people that you're in these situationships with. Get real and be honest with these people you're playing games with. You know, they're sitting down and they're trying to have conversations with you. They have attempted to come to the table to find out what's going on with you. And you keep avoiding them. You don't want to give them an answer. You say nothing. That's not right. That's not right. And we shouldn't do people like that. Because you're holding up somebody else's blessing because you're playing games with their emotions. And yes, they could walk away. Yes, they could do something different. But how can they when you keep sending out mixed signals? How can they? When they thinking that there's hope there and you're selling them false hope. That we're going to be together. We're going to be in a relationship. That's not right. So we got to get it together in that area, guys. I appreciate y'all watching my video. Remember to subscribe. And if the video blessed you, share it with somebody else. Peace. Nothing but the blood.